Hey all Goda Govinda, this is Madhavalasa from Channel ML. So today we are going to discuss about the most confidential secret in Ramayana, which which is the middle portion of a sandwich. So I would like to discuss the connotation of this incident in Ramayana, and thanks to my husband Madhavan because he took Kalakshepam under various acharyas. Um, so he actually told me this inner truth or inner secret of it, which we always otherwise call as tatparya. So I know this incident would be very funny. Initially even I thought it was very funny, but once I came to know the meaning behind it, the connotation behind it, I felt really sorry and I really felt guilty about it. So I thought, why not share it with everyone. Before the coronation of Lord Rama as a king, his spiritual master, ancestral spiritual master, sage Vashishta, requested Lord Rama to stay away from all materialistic possessions, including wife. So, and he also requested both Sita Devi and Rama to, to just spend that night in a temple. The day, it just like night before the sorry day before the coronation ceremony. So what happened was, by mistake, Sita Devi's a sari or the cloth, touched his hand or somewhere's body. So for that, Rama went to Sarayu river and he took bath 14 or 16 times. I don't remember how many times. So initially, people would make fun of it, Rama is not romantic and all those things. But when I discussed this with my husband, he actually made me realize that is not what it is. Yes, of course it is funny, because usually they'll say, Rama is very strict in rules, he's not romantic, and but Sri Krishna is very romantic and everything. But I mean, apart from jokes apart, the inner meaning of that incident is, so Sita Devi came as a soul to represent us. I mean, of course she's not a soul, she's a supreme. Both Sita Devi and Rama constitute one entity because they're husband and wife. So Sita Devi came as a soul, came she took the avatar as a soul to represent us. Sometimes, not sometimes, all the times we do mistakes as a soul. So for that, our beloved Antaryami. Antaryami means, I don't know if I discussed this before. Sriman Narayana takes five forms. One is Para, which is in the it's the actual original form in the Sri Vaikuntham, and then Vyuha is in the Milky Ocean. And then Vibhava is Rama Krishna avatar, and then Antaryami is being in our heart, and then Archa is idol worship. So Antaryami is a fourth form, I wouldn't say fourth form, but it's just one of the form of Sriman Narayana. So what this implies was, what this implies is, for whatever mistake we are doing, our beloved Antaryami is taking the atonement. Because this is what that incident represents. When I came to know from my husband, the real truth behind that incident, I really felt bad, and after that, I'm really afraid of doing anything, because of karma, afraid of doing anything, because as Einstein's third law, right, Newton's third law, which says for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So but we cannot avoid it. But I felt really sad, that for just small petty mistakes which I'm doing, my beloved Antaryami is going through a lot. My beloved husband is going through a lot, and he does not feel for it, and he's happily doing it. So the only way to end this is, we have to take an absolute surrender. I mean, absolute surrender is not just surrendering ourselves, it's just surrendering our body, mind, and everything. That's what in Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam it is called Atma Vipaham. That is soul wedding to super soul. And another thing, like, even after taking sharanagati, like, we should try to try to offer whatever we could, try to do whatever activities for your beloved antaryami. I mean, your antaryami could be anybody. That's why he took the idol form. You can just think your antaryami as Ramakrishna, or if you like a picture from Google about anybody, like, you can define him. He'll come in whatever characteristics you are defining him. um, uh, so um, so that is what it is. And another thing I would like to share is, like, even after taking sharanagati, like, we do go through karma called prarabdha karma. That is, like, the purpose behind our birth. And So in order to avoid from that, like, we can like, connect with our beloved antaryami and let him know, like, I want to get out of it, and, please help. And he's ready to help. And how to connect with him, I already mentioned, like, in the another video, where I clearly stated how to see Srimanarayana face to face, and how to connect with him through many ways. But one of the main connection, like, I would suggest is just like talking to him. Many people would make fun of it, I don't care, but that is real. And he's yearning to connect with everybody. So so I mean, I just thought, like, I just thought it's better to share it. My husband, like, encouraged me to share this, because, yeah, I mean, without knowing Ramayana, for each and every incident, I wouldn't say incident, each and every step taken by Rama or Sita Devi has some inner meaning to it. Of course, we cannot, like, understand everything, but at least, like, whatever meaning we know, let's not, like, assume like that is the meaning, and rather, like, try to dig into it, like, by listening to various upanyasams. Or if you want to know the exact meaning, like, connect with your antaryami is ready to give you clarifications, like, just he did it for me. He did it with me. So whatever action your guy, everybody is trying to do, like, please think before you do it. At the same time, like, talk to your beloved antaryami, saying, like, I am planning to do this, is it good or bad? Even, like, Mukkur Arige Shringar, like, mentioned the same, like, before taking any action, we should discuss this with our beloved antaryami, and then, like, try to see what works for us. Of course, there'll be confusions, because this prakriti, this materialistic world, is full of confusions. But if we think about, like, rather than, if you think about ending this life cycle, ending this cycle of birth and death quickly, rather than, like, staying here and then coming back again and again, and, and torturing ourselves as well as our antaryami, I mean, like, that is not good, right? So for that, this confusion is much more better. I'm just being upfront, so I'm not trying to say confusions will not occur. Confusion does occur. It is just that it will just, like, mold us, like how diamonds are tested, and it, polished and everything. So before you take any action, like, please discuss with your antaryami, like, how to discuss. Just, like, start talking to him. Just, I mean, you don't have to expect any response, but he will respond you back. I mean, this doesn't have to be, like, done before sharanagati or after sharanagati. Like, it can be done at any time. I mean, after sharanagati also you can do it, or before sharanagati is also you can do it. But, like, in order to end this cycle of birth and death, like, better to take an absolute surrender. Better to marry your antaryami, and then, like, uh, get rid of all these karma, and then, like, leave to the eternal world. So that would be the best option, right? Rather than trying to, it might sound, right now you might think, like, oh, I'm living happily, but that's not the case. Like, once you connect with your antaryami, he'll make you realize, like, what is a true happiness, and what is not, like, happiness which we are thinking it is an happiness. So after sharanagati or before sharanagati, doesn't matter, like, always do the work for your antaryami. Connect with him first. If you have any questions, like, directly ask him. So there is nothing wrong in it, whether it's a very stupid question, or it's a very silly question, or it's a very serious question. Because I have asked my beloved antaryami, like, so many questions, like, most of them are very stupid. I've asked him, like, why is happening to me, what did I do, blah 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 blah. But he, once he gave the explanation, I was able to understand, like, where I did wrong, and understand the truth. Yes, truth always bitter, but it's better to accept the truth and then try to understand the reality. Then your beloved antaryami will guide you towards sharanagati. If not done, uh, if after taking sharanagati or before taking sharanagati, just say Shri Krishna Arpanamastu and then do all the work, because in that way, the current karma would be gone. And even chant any of Lord's name. I would say whether it's Rama, Krishna, or whichever name you would like to chant. um, because or even Hare Rama, whatever, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. So so that is also fine. But but my opinion is, like, if you connect with your antaryami, he's waiting for you to connect with him, and he's ready to guide you in a very nicer way. I promise he'll not be harsh, he'll not be rude like the people over here. He's such a sweet personality. This is based on my personal experience. So I would like everybody to experience this. Don't worry about confusions. Confusions will be there. In this prakriti there'll always be confusions, but trust building is very important. I know, even right now I won't trust my antaryami. I'll just been questioning him, but that's okay. He expects you to be true rather than faking that you love him, so that will make him hurtful. So please try to talk to him. You can either talk to him in form or formless manner, it doesn't matter, because it's everyone's personal preferences. Because I prefer a form, because I want my antaryami to have a form so that I could connect easily. But some people can connect with an antaryami without form also, so there's nothing wrong in that. So try to connect with him and try to talk to him. Initially you cannot see the response, but it depends, the experience depends upon every individual. I did not expect a response, because I just want to pour my heart out to someone, so I just talk to him, that's it. But then later he only communicated with me, um, um, and he's still talking to me. So not just with me, I know many of the devotees whom he's connected, and they'll talk 24/7 with him. So so just try it out and then you can see the difference. So I just thought it would be helpful for you all. So before taking any action, let's discuss this. I know everybody is discussing with the family members, each person will be giving different opinions, but if you discuss this with your beloved antaryami, that solution or the decision would be the best. It might sound like it is not working out, but you can ask him the same, why it did not work out, because I would do the same. I'm still doing the same. When he tells me not to do it, I'll ask him why I should not do it, blah 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 blah, blah. And then after some time, he'll explain it to me, okay, this is why I told you not to do this, this is why I told you to do this way, that way, and everything. So and many times, in my past, I have discussed my past with him, why this has happened. I thought it was my mistake, but then he made me to realize it's not your mistake, it's just the karma. And he told me it's because of your benefit only, I made you to do it. So when I think about it, I fell in love with my antaryami more than anyone else. So it might sound fantasy, but why not, guys? We have many fantasy movies, so why not try it and then see it? So all the best. I'll be happy if at least one person start communicating with your beloved antaryami, to get the same experience. You'll get more experience than I got it. So that's all I have for today. See you all tomorrow. Stay safe. Please take the booster shot. I did take the booster shot. It wasn't painful at all. My beloved antaryami made it like a cakewalk. So wear mask, take reusable bags when you carry reusable bags when you go out for shopping, and then that's it. Take care of your health. Self care is very important. Until then, see you. Goda Govinda.